Right.
Yeah. Now I was watching Zeev to make sure that he stays.
Zeev is back. Zeev is back. He's back. He's back.
Zeev is back. Yes, we can see. We can see.
He did a fine job this morning.
Yes. So, Zeev, you when did you do a shacharit for the minyan before?
I can't remember what I had for breakfast, so that's not a fair question.
Or even he had breakfast.
I don't remember you leading shacharit before.
I remember there was Hebrew involved and a little bit of shakling. It might have been shaklit.
It was the shuckling. It was the shuckling.
Yeah.
We were delighted, and Yifat was simply aglow with delight and satisfaction.
I think that was blushing.
Do we have time? It is 6 o'clock. Okay.
6 o'clock. Let's go. 6 o'clock.
Sandy Bieber, on this day of the unveiling, it'd be appropriate to daven mincha. Would you choose a correspondent?
Who hasn't done it lately?
I've never done it.
Then you're the one.
There you go. 164.
Shreya Shrevetecha Yahu Chasela.
It's not Shabbat. No, we're not going to go there. Let's start again.
Shreya Shrevetecha Od Yahu Chasela.
Ashrayam Shachachalo, Ashrayam Shadanoy Elohav.
Hilala David, Arumim Chel Hai Havelach, Bavrachashim Chal Elam Vaed.
V'chol Yom Avrakecha, V'lashim Chal Elam Vaed.
Gadol Adonai Olam Od, V'ligdol Atoe Chayker.
Dor L'dor Shabbat Ma'asecha, V'Vurtecha Yagidu.
Hadar Kavod Hadecha, V'divrei Niflotecha Sicha.
V'Zuznu Techa Yameru, Dulatacha Saprana.
Zecher Rav Tufcha Yabir V'tzikacha Yiranenu.
Anun Rachun Adonai Erech Pain Del Chesed.
Tov Adonai Lakol Brachamav Al Masav.
Yoducha Noi Kol Ma'asecha V'Chasidecha Yivrachucha.
Kavod Malchutcha Yameru V'Ratcha Yedaberu.
Lahodia Livnei Adam Kavotav V'Uchvod Hadar Malchuto.
Malchutcha Malchut Kol Olamim Memshaltecha B'Chol Dor V'Dor.
Shomecha No L'cho Hanoflim Keif L'cho Akwafim.
Einecha Elecha Yisaberu V'Atana Ten Lahem Et Achlam Bito.
Poteach Et Yodecha Maspil L'cho Chayraton.
Tzadik Adonai B'Chol Drachav V'Chasi B'Chol Ma'asav.
Karov Anoi L'Kol Karov L'cho Asher Yehu V'Emet.
Return Yoreyav Yaseh V'Yet Shavatam Yishma V'Yoshyem.
Shomer Adonai Et Kava V'Et Kasha'im Yashmid.
Tilat Adonai Yedaber Pi V'Vorech Basar Shem Kachol Elam Vaed.
Anachnu Nevarech Yami Atavi Adolam Hallelujah.
V'Anachnu Nevarech Yam Me'atavi Ad Olam Hallelujah. Please rise for Chatzi Kaddish in the middle of 166. Yikadal v'yikadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalmad yiprach l'ritei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayed v'chol Beit Yisrael v'galav v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. V'yishnei Rabbah mevorach li'olam u'olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei d'kudashah barichu. Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata damiram v'yalma v'imru Amen. We'll begin the Mincha Amidah on page 168. Do Kedusha on 170 responsively, and the Imahot are found on the inside back cover. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol v'Hagad Gom V'konei hakol v'zocher chasdei avot u'mevi goel livnei v'neihem l'man shemo b'ahava melchazer v'oked u'moshiel magen Baruch atah Adonai magen Avraham u'foked Sarah Atah gibor le'olam Adonai machaye metim atah rav lehoshia Mechakel chayim b'chesed machaye metim b'rachamim rabim Samech noflim v'rafel cholim u'matir asurim Mkayem emunato l'shenei afar Milchamocha ba'al gevurot u'midam elach Melch memit umchaye u'matzmiach Yeshua V'neman atah l'chayot metim Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hametim
Nekadesh Shimcha Balam, Kashem Makdishim Oto Bishmei Maron, Kakatu Vayad Nevi Achav, Karl Ze, El Zevi Amar.
Nekadesh Shimcha Ba'olam Keshem Shemakdishim Oto B'Shmei Marom Kakatu Vayad Neviecha V'Kara Ze El Zev V'Amar
Kadosh,
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 Moitzvot, Melokar, Tzkavodo, Matapo.
Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvot Melech Haaretz Kavodo V'Matam Baruch Yameru Baruch Kavod Adonai Mimkamo Direi Kachafah Katuv Lemor Yimlech Adonai Leolam Elohai Tzion Ledor Vador Hallelujah Ledor Vador Nagid Gavlecha V'Netzach Netzachim Kadosh Afcha Nakdish V'Shivchacha Henu Mipinu Yamush Leolam Vaed Kel Melch Gadol V'Kadosh Ata Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Are we ready?
We are ready.
Okay, so if you're still davening, please continue through to the completion. This congregation will turn to page 1. Oops, 194 for Kaddish Shalem. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yomad divrach liratei v'yamlich machatei b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayedecho beit Yisrael b'galav v'zman kari v'yimaru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach v'yolam lo me'omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtarach v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei dekudusha richu leila min kol berchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata v'amiram b'yama v'imaru. Amen. Tikabel tzlodhon u'vodhon d'chol Yisrael kadama v'hon divishmaya v'imaru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imaru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imaru. Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekedu l'yotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, v'lo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama, shelo samchokenu kahem, V'goralenu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Okay, nekabel chon. V'kabluchu l'amidol malchutecha v'tim l'chalehem mehera le'olam v'ed ki ha'malchut shelcha hi u'me'ad tim loch b'chavod kakatuv b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam v'ed v'ne'emar b'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz b'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shmo echad.
We recall our loved ones whose yortzeit is today, the 5th of Av, Sunday, July 26, 2020. These loved ones are inscribed in our hearts, in our souls, in our lives. Adele Adler, Herbert Berlin, Mary Cooperstein, Sophia Kramer, Edward Mackler, Teresa Minch, Shirley Rosenzweig, Robert Silverstein, Irene Wasserkrug, and today we had the unveiling for Gordon Solganic of blessed memory, and Miriam Wachter
Smelkinson.
Yortzeit and Mourners Kaddish, page 198. And Yifat, would you lead us in the Kaddish, please?
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה, אלא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תוש בחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
Amen. Well, let's take a moment and talk about the unveilings. They are really special. Jeffrey, you attended the unveiling. Anything that struck you as special? It's your grandfather. We can't hear a thing you're saying.
It was special in that there were many individuals who would not normally have come today to the unveiling, who by our new awakening to the ideas of Zoom and FaceTime joined us from all across the country. And it was really special for all of us who were in attendance and everybody who could come from afar to be able to participate together. And I think my grandfather would have appreciated that.
He does. He told me. Tell us something special that you were moved, Jeffrey, something that touched your heart.
I just was awash with one of my very first memories of my grandfather. My parents were perhaps traveling and I was slept over their house. And the next day, my grandfather took me to preschool and he asked me for directions. And of course he knew how to get to the preschool, but I'm pretty sure it took us about 45 minutes to get there because he followed my directions to a T, and we went up and down and all over the place. And I just remember how proud I was to have gotten us to school, albeit it was probably a good 20 or 30 minutes late. And he had the patience to put up with that, which was exciting. So.
Next time we have to get somewhere, I'll make sure to ask you to lead us, Jeffrey. You enjoy the ride. And my dear friend, Sandy Bieber, would you please share with us something?
Well, it wasn't, we had Adam's unveiling maybe 5 weeks ago or so. And that was a very small, it wasn't a typical family ceremony, and we had people zoomed in, and this was the same. And I agree with Jeff, Zoom is certainly better than nothing, but it's a poor substitute to be with people that I love, and we're certainly a very huggy family, and everybody's careful, very meticulous about being masked and being socially distant. And it's no way to mourn. I that's all I can say. It's better than nothing. I'm not knocking that. I'm glad we have the option, but it doesn't begin to meet our needs. Or maybe it just begins to meet our needs, but it's.
Okay, and when you give us something
to me, it's a
positive,
pale
Sandy,
imitation.
something positive, please.
We're all getting older, and our memories are fading. And one of the memories that we had was an older sister, the next older sister to my mother. It was Pearl, and then my mom Goldie, and then Miriam. We all knew that she was buried nearby, and we thought it was one cemetery over. And Jeff scouted out and couldn't find it. My brother Harold scouted it out and couldn't find it. And I had Harold walk back with me, and we looked a little bit differently. And, we remembered being there from my Aunt Pearl's burial, and we just couldn't. So I mentioned to Lisa after we left, I texted her and I said, so what do you think this is all about? We couldn't find Aunt Pearl. And Iris said, well, actually, I don't think she's in that next one over. I think she might be back near Beth Yehuda. And I was kind of sure that was wrong, but I didn't have a better answer. So I looked online, and darned if she isn't right across the street. So we'll catch her next time, right? I mean,
good. And you'll
we're all
to us. Very good.
Collectively, we couldn't make it. We couldn't figure it out, but.
Thank you. That was lovely. Thank you. Jeffrey, would you explain to us why this beautiful woman is right next to you tonight? We haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah. We're sharing this service together, so she can be very supportive of me. And I agree with Sandy. In other words, this is really a far, far substitute. It's not really the real thing. So we're trying to make it as real as we can. And that's the best I can tell you.
And most of the time I'm cooking my husband a lovely, lovely dinner so that when he's finished, he has a lovely dinner. So that's my contribution.
Okay, well, that's a great contribution. And we approve of this message. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sue, when was the last time you davened Mariv? Can't hear you.
Am I muted?
When?
I'm not muted. I think it's been, I don't know. I don't think I've led it on Zoom.
Okay. Page 200, please rise, and Sue will lead us.
V'hurachun yikaper avon v'lo yashchit v'hirba lahashiva po v'lo ya'ir kol chamato Adonai Hoshiach HaMelech Yaneinu b'yom kareinu Baruch Hu et Adonai HaBarach Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed.
May be seated.
Yochai v'chayam tamid yimlok aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai HaMariv HaRavim.
Amen.
V'ahavtecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev Amo Yisrael.
Amen.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinamtam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'letecha b'derech u'shaptecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam liot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha u'ktaptam amazuzot beitecha uvri sharecha. Taptam amazot beitecha risharechem l'man yirbu yimechem v'imei v'nechem al hadama asher nishba Adonai lavotechem lateit lahem kinei hashamayim al haaretz. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'amarta alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei bigdehem l'doratam v'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf b'tiyot techelet v'haya lachem l'tzitzit uritem oto ushkartem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavachem v'acharei nechem asher atem zonim achareihem Lema'an tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kadoshim l'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem l'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem emet.
Bob, would you read for us in the middle of 205 the English paragraph, please, in the middle of the page? We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, loud and clear.
We affirm the truth that he is our God, that there is no other, and that we are his people Israel. He redeems us from the power of kings, delivers us from the hand of all tyrants. He brings judgment upon our oppressors, retribution upon all our mortal enemies. He performs wonders beyond understanding, marvels beyond all reckoning. He has maintained us among the living. He has not allowed our steps to falter. He guided us to triumph over mighty foes, exalted our strength over all our enemies. He vindicated us with miracles before Pharaoh, with signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. In wrath, he smote all of Egypt's firstborn, bringing his people to lasting freedom. He led his children through divided waters as their pursuers sank in the sea. When his children beheld his might, they sang in great praise of him, gladly accepting his sovereignty. Moses and the people Israel sang with great joy to the Lord.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם, משה ובני ישראל לחנו שירה ושמחה רבה, ויאמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקר ים לפני משה, זה אלי אנו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר כי בדעת אדוני את יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. Bob, on 207, please, at the top.
Help us, our Father, to lie down in peace and awaken us to life again, our King. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. You, O God, guard us and deliver us. You are a gracious and merciful King. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace now and always. Praised are you, Lord, eternal guardian of your people Israel.
ושמו צאתנו ובאנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני שומר עמו ישראל לעד.
Amen. Thank you, Bob. That was beautiful. Page 206.
כי המלכות שלך היא למעט תמלך בכבוד, כי אין לנו מלך אלא אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני, המלך בכבודו תמיד, ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ועל כל מעשיו.
Amen. We rise, Chatzi Kaddish 208.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. נאמר דברה כי רתי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וימיכון ובחיי דרכו בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו.
Amen.
שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ליומי יומיה, יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה ברכו לעילם ינקוב ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמירם ביומה ואמרו אמן.
Silent Amidah, page 210 to 220.
For those who are not finished, please finish into completion. The rest of us are on page 222 for Kaddish Shalem. Yitkadav Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Yama Divrak Yurte V'Amlich Machote V'Chayachon V'Yomechon V'Chaye D'Cho Beit Yisrael B'Agalav Yizman Kari V'imaru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach V'Olam L'Yomei Omaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpa'ar V'Yitramam V'Yitnaseh V'Yitadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalav Shmei D'Kudesha V'Yechu Le'ela Min Kol Berkata V'Shirata Tishbachata V'Nechamata Da'amiram B'Yama V'imaru. Amen. Tikabel Tzlotchon Uvutchon V'Chol Yisrael Kadam Uvutchon Di V'Shmai V'imaru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'imaru. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mramav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'imaru. Amen. Aleinu L'Shapeach La'adon HaKol La'tekedu La'Yoseh Bereishit Shelo Asanu Guvayei Haratzot V'lo Samanu K'mishpachot Ha'adama Shelo Samchel Keinu Kahem V'gor Aleinu K'chol Hamonam Anachnu Korim V'mishtachavim U'modim Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed v'nemar v'haya Adonai v'melech al ka'aretz bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
We recall our loved ones who are inscribed in our hearts, whose yortzeit is today, the 6th of Av, Monday, July 27th, 2020. The following names are listed in our perpetual memorials at Chizuk Amuno: Amelia Gutman, Hilda Hellman, Betty Hofmeister, Louis Isaac, Irving Kahn, Phyllis Castle, Katie Katz, Celia Kleinman, Morris Mechanic, Benjamin Sachs, Alvin Scher, Annette Shermack. Jeffrey, is Hilda Hellman Jesse's mother? No. Yortzeit and Mourner's Kaddish, page 226. Ziv, please lead us.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה, ויחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו, אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו,
אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו,
Amen. Wishing you all a sweet evening. A reminder, Wednesday night begins Tisha B'Av. There will be a discussion about racism, followed by Arvit and the reading of Lamentations. Echa, which is so moving. Thursday morning, 7:30. And then at 1:30, there will be a special Mincha service with Torah reading, Haftarah, and then at 6 o'clock, the usual Mincha and Ma'ariv. I think there will be some more announcements. Please check the website for Chizuk Amuno to find out the latest and most accurate information. Please, God, watch over us and give us strength